Hey guys, welcome back to Cody here as Aviation. Today's lesson is going to be on pilot logbooks. If you want more information on it and all the details, you can find it in FAR part 61.51. So first off, we're going to be talking about what flight training and ground training must be logged. So overall, you don't actually have to log any flight or ground training with the exception of getting a rating or certificate, doing a flight review, or recency of flight experience. However, if you do log your flight time, it will count towards the experience required to get yourself a job higher up the career ladder. So the entry requirements that you are supposed to put in a logbook of some sort, the general idea of what you did on the flight. So let's say you did auto rotations or slope landings or takeoffs and landings. So whatever you generally did during that flight, you'll take specific notes, the date of the flight or of the lesson, the total flight hours, or if you're doing ground school or ground lesson with your instructor, the lesson time. You have to have, for a flight, the departure and the arrival location. Or if you are working in a flight simulator or a flight training device, the location where that flight simulator is located. You also have to have the type of the aircraft, so the make and model, as well as the tail number or the identification number. If you're doing a flight that requires a safety pilot, such as doing instrument training or similar, you also need to have the name of your safety pilot in your logbook. Next up, we have the type of experience that you have to enter. So you have to separate the type of experience by solo flight, pilot command, second command, etc. Solo being when you're the sole manipulator of the flight controls, or the sole occupant of the aircraft. Pilot command means when you're directly responsible for and the final authority as to the operation of that aircraft. And second in command is basically the right-hand man to the pilot in command for aircraft like an airliner that require more than one pilot for the flight crew. Also, you have to separate whether, maybe this is obvious, but you also have to separate whether it was flight or ground school with your instructor. So once you have all the flight information entered, your flight instructor or your ground instructor will enter their CFI or ground instructor certificate, the expiration date, and their signature.